Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today we are talking about Hoya Memoria. If you are new here, welcome. We are right in the middle of Happy Hoya Days, a segment where I feature a new Hoya from my collection every couple of days throughout the month of December. If that sounds interesting to you, take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join me for the rest of my Happy Hoya Days. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's Hoya, which is the Hoya Memoria. Now, like a lot of Hoyas, this one actually has a little bit of some different naming going on. I couldn't find a whole lot about what the proper name was, but I did get this particular Hoya from Gracilis, which is a very reputable site to buy Hoyas from, and they have it labeled as Hoya Memoria, so that's what I'm going to stick with. But just something to note, if you're searching for this Hoya, if you're trying to buy this Hoya, it may come up as Hoya Memoria, Hoya Gracilis, I think, or Gracilis. So just keep in mind it may go under a couple of different names. So like I said, I got this particular Hoya from Gracilis, which is where I tend to buy a lot of my Hoyas from if I can get a hold of one of their restocks. And this one has been a relatively easy grower for me. It seems pretty hardy. I just have it stuck right underneath my grow lights. And it seems like it's just similar to like the Carnosa or the Pupa Calyx, that it's a hardy grower, one that's not going to require a lot of special care, high humidity, things like that. So an easy, maybe more of a beginner Hoya. While it does seem pretty easy care and a relatively quick grower, it doesn't seem like some of my Hoyas that tend to tendril and take over. It seems like it's a relatively moderate grower, so maybe one if you're looking for one that's not going to take over your whole space. This one's still a little bit newer to me, so I haven't had it bloom here yet, but if you can see, hopefully you can see there's a little peduncle in there, so hopefully it won't take too long before I actually end up finding a bloom on here. From what I read, the Hoya Memoria is a pretty prolific bloomer once it does start blooming, one that will bloom early and often. And a couple people mentioned that it has a slight caramel scent, so one that has an interesting scent if you're into that. The blooms themselves are a lovely pink and burgundy, and they have almost a little bit of a fuzzy look to them. I'll try to put a picture in if I can. So definitely a Hoya that is good for the blooms. It's great for this beautiful foliage, just a nice, well-rounded, easy to care for Hoya. The Hoya Memoria is native to Indonesia, and it's one that's, again, becoming a little bit more popular, a little easier to get a hold of. I did a quick search and I could find a small established plant for somewhere in the $20 to $30 range. So a very reasonably priced Hoya if you're looking to kind of upgrade that next step after the really common Hoyas. Overall, I definitely recommend the Hoya Memoria. It's a wonderful little Hoya, and like I said, a great one if you're looking to kind of expand your collection a little bit. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple of days with another Hoya. Bye.